Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I need all the people who are watching this advice because I fought future Ant-Man today in Battlegrounds. I'm just going to be completely transparent about it. I lost my Battleground streak. I won the next two, so I'm kind of proud of that. But check this out. I fought future Ant-Man. Now, did I have a great plan? No, I didn't have a great plan. But, like, I had one of my favorite attackers, right? And so, round one got destroyed. Now, this was just stupid. I charged Thing when he had the perfect stun on him. He shrugged off, or the stun expired while I was charging. He had 2 bars of power. Intercepted me with the special 2. Instant death. And then the second round, you want to talk about the best counter ever to Omega Cheeks, Cosmic Ghost Rider. But round 3, and I probably should have just put down, this is my stupidity. I don't know if any of you watching this has ever, in hindsight, been like, why did I put that champion down as a defender? I had much better options, but there's nothing you can do about it because you lost. I should have put this Scorpion down as a defender to at least make like Doom fight him or something, and I could have kept Hulkling against future Ant-Man. I fought this future Ant-Man, and y'all, I got stunned like 3 times. And I just kept thinking, how do I win this? This feels impossible. And then I lost. Anyhow, so all that's to say, it's ironic that I just experienced that. Shout out to Caveman OG, by the way, who single-handedly is sponsoring this stream currently. But we have news on a Cassie Lang and future Ant-Man balancing update. Sathar also says, don't put up with that backhanded compliment. Israel's good for you, and she's very happy with you, and that's it. There you go, Sathar. We do get compliments all the time about how happy she is. So I will take it, dang it. I will take it and be happy. Okay, so back to the video at hand. Cassie Lang. As an attacker, Cassie features power stings, strong tank abilities, immunities with access to solid damage in the right matchup. On defense, she has a few tricks to look out for, but can be easily answered by the skill class, Purify, Combo, Manipulation, Anti-Evade. When looking at her Battlegrounds and Alliance War matchups, we're seeing her effectively take down some of the more notorious Mystic Defenders, such as Mojo and Spider-Man Supreme. As intended, she's currently one of the tankier characters in the Science class with some sneaky ways to mitigate chip damage, taunt, physical resistance, inequity, mastery, and so far she's settled in nicely with other tanky Science comparables like Mr. Fantastic. I wouldn't think about comparing those two. That's interesting. Cassie has a few tricks that an attacker needs to answer when fighting her. The evade from her SIG, which will trigger power sting debuffs, and her combo detonation from her special 1. These weren't meant to be roadblock level tricks, as mentioned above, and we're happy to see her performing in line with those targets. All in all, we're happy with how Cassie has landed in the battle realm, and we'll be leaving her as is. Okay, so Cassie is untouched. Let's go to future Ant-Man. Equipped with glancing, damage mitigation, regeneration, power drain, special attack, 2 burst, and more, Ant-Man is designed to be an offensive-leaning dual threat. From a matchup win rate perspective, Ant-Man is a great counter for most mutant defenders, including top ones like Domino and Bishop, who account for a huge share of his total fights so far. His strong performance there is offset by his mixed performance in out-of-class matchups, so we're happy with this powerful yet somewhat specialized status. Defensively, Ant-Man has been good without standing out much. Ha ha ha! Unless he fights me, and then he stands out so much he knocks me out. Stands out much in the Battlegrounds meta so far. However, in the Alliance War, he's been placed on multiple nodes that synergize with either his nano armor-ups or regeneration effects, forcing a variety of attacking choices across those different counters. We feel he's meeting the goal of a strong but not roadblock defender. Again, he roadblocked me into being curb stomped. While some of his balance attribute data is coming in slightly high compared to target, that's always a weird thing to read. His usage data indicates this is due to his concentration in hard counter scenarios, not his abilities being overturned. We don't see a need to add or remove power from his abilities to help him better meet targets or find his role within the battle realm. With that said, Ant-Man has had 2 bugs since release that we want to address. It always amazes me that we don't hear about the bugs until we get a post like this. Like, if you went for this guy, and I'm sure some people did, in, I don't care if it was the arena, or of course crystals, or early access bundles, I just don't think we should wait till this post to learn about bugs. Ant-Man Special Attack 2 description incorrectly indicates it deals on-hit instant disintegration damage all the time. It actually only deals that burst damage while power detonation passives are on his opponent. And Ant-Man's glancing effects are missing the minus 50% damage reduction, minus 9% ability accuracy reduction, and anti-critical hit properties of glanced attacks. Ant-Man's glances currently only provide the glancing trigger, such as for his own abilities, like gaining a nano armor up on glance. Our goal in this bug fix process is to ensure his ability effects and descriptions match, that his original ability intent is showing up in gameplay, and that his balance state within the game is maintained. Taking into account these goals, his original design intent, and his current strong performance, our plan is to leave Ant-Man Special Attack 2 as it currently functions and add the expected effects to his glances after tuning their potency to values that will enhance his defensive strength without giving him too much extra utility and sustain on Attack 2. For specifics on what we're exploring so far, we're testing the following for all hits Ant-Man glances. Full anti-critical hit, 20% damage reduction. So those of you watching this right now, would you call that a nerf if it was a 20% damage reduction? Or am I misinterpreting that? 40% ability accuracy reduction. Again, despite some of these being lower than default glancing values, all effects will be additions to Ant-Man's current power to help us accomplish our goals. With this bug fix, we're putting into tuning through the rebalance beta process. We feel the impact of the glancing effect bug fix is large enough that it benefits from the same process of computing engagement that any usual balance tuning changes would. Balance cycle, you got the July and August CCP beta. September, full release with changes. As a reminder, for other champion rebalance releases, Mantis will update in July, followed by Absorbing Man and Baron Zemo in August. Look, I'm not trying to be Mr. Negative. I'm not trying to just say something for clicks. I read that as a nerf. Now, maybe he's still going to be great. And he certainly is when he's fighting me in Battlegrounds. Although, I was even worse against Zemo today. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing. But, if this really is a bug, you would just think that Kabam would know before now. And they have, you would think, a right to tell people as soon as possible, especially for people who spent money on a champion. Call me old-fashioned, but that's how I see it. You don't buy a car and drive it and have it go great, and then 20,000 miles later, you take it in for an oil change, and they say, it's driving way faster than it's supposed to. We're going to do your oil change and break your speedometer. But it's okay. It's a bug. So, we have some comments in the chat that agree it reads like a nerf. Again, I'm not trying to over-dramatize the situation. I'm just keeping it real. If you're watching live, stay tuned. If not, thanks for watching this video.